Cool. So how was this week with her and everything?
Do you need my mic?
They're dead, so I'm
Okay,
just going.
that's fine.
Yeah.
This week you might be a little mad at me, but we did not really practice the stay.
No, the stay is. So the stay is just. It's not really like a very useful command in our program, just because everything else has implied stays with it. So it's like down. There's no down stay, just down, sit, heel, stay, or not stay, but place or recall or come and call. There's nothing there. It's just something to add to your walks, just to have more,
I mean, it's definitely good to know. We're gonna practice it, for sure, in the future and stuff. But I think just we've been really focusing on the heel a lot too, just because I've been noticing she's kind of wanders off.
Okay.
But I have been increasing things, so really quickly she'll get into routine as soon as she gets that shock. But especially with Maya too, she gets a little bit
thrown off. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So,
anything
I've
else?
been kind of practicing that, but yeah, no, that's about it.
Cool. Alrighty. So recall, right? We're gonna go ahead, and I'll show you actually. I'm gonna pull this in.
Do you want me to? Wait, you said to keep the short leash on?
Correct. Yes. So the reason why we have both leashes, the 2% exercise, I'll hold Luna, and you'll be doing the recall, just to create separation. Because as we keep repeating this, you're gonna find that Luna's not gonna wanna walk with me away from you, because she's gonna be thinking, you're gonna call me anyways, why am I gonna walk with this guy if you're just gonna call me, right? So we might see some resistance, she might wanna keep going to you, but I'll just keep moving forward and keep her here. Because if she's gonna be sticking next to you, then how are we gonna teach recall, right? So just to create separation, and then the long leash is just to create that realistic distance of her running to you from afar. So here, thumb through the loop with the e-collar, and then all you really need is your pointer finger and your thumb to, function the e-collar. Gives me 3 fingers available. So I'm gonna have this, right? I'm letting it all hit the ground, right? I don't care you don't have to worry about holding it. But then it's the reason why we want to reel in as she's coming to us is because I don't want her to have 30 more feet to pass us. Right. So as she's coming, you're gonna be reeling in like this. And then let's say, she's closing the gap really well and we want to stop reeling it in. Instead of just holding it like this, there's a lot of dirt here. Instead of holding it like this, and because you have, what kind of leash do you have again? Do you have a 30-foot leash?
No, I don't.
Okay, so you want to pick up one? I probably forgot to tell you, sorry. On Amazon, they're really cheap, like a regular nylon 30-foot long leash. But if you get the nylon one and you hold it like this, you can get rope burn if maybe she gets spooked or wants to run away or sees a squirrel or wants to chase a squirrel, right? So instead of holding it like this, you'll do the pointer finger lock like that, and you'll close it. So it's just closed here and then closed here. So again, you're just holding it here, and I'm using my right hand to pull it in. Once you're done, you'll lock it like that. Jeez, it's really dirty.
I know, I was about to say.
Okay. Do you care, or do you want to move somewhere else?
Fine. Okay, sanitizer.
I have baby wipes too, if it gets really bad.
Okay.
Because I don't really see any other. I mean, we can go across over there where it's just more shade and it's more greener, if you want.
People are laying down. That's fine. This place is more open over here, so
Okay. So here you go.
Do I just let this one go?
And then I'll hold on to her here. She's gonna hate me. And then what you're actually gonna do is you're gonna go over there, and I'll hold Luna here. And I'll tell you when to stop. Okay. Right there is good. So here, so right here, there's no tension. It's a slack leash. So go ahead and start reeling it in. Oh, and what's our number right now? 21. We'll start at 17 because we're teaching something new. We'll start low. Yeah. So slowly start reeling it in. More, right there, and stop. And then we can relax the leash. So did you feel that tension there? Yeah. With that tension, you're gonna pair that with the remote. So as soon as you feel tension, I'll tell you to tap. And then as soon as you see Luna making her way to you, you're gonna take 3 to 4 steps backwards, right? So it's reeling it in, tension, you'll start to move slowly backwards. The leash, as we reel it in. So once we start giving tension, we tap. So right now it's slack, you're gonna slowly start pulling, you'll feel tension, and then tap, tap, tap. Once you see her give into the tension and make her way to you, you can stop the tapping as soon as she's coming to you. And you're gonna take 3 to 4 steps backwards, and you'll make them very like dramatic, like kind of drawing her into you. And then you're also gonna be reeling in your leash at the same time. Any questions? We're not using any words, we're just shaping the behavior first. Once we start to see that Luna is recognizing that when she gets tapped here to come to you, then we'll label it Luna come or here, whatever you want to use. I'm gonna go ahead and take this off so it's not going to fall off. Okay, so you're gonna slowly start reeling it in. More, and tap, tap, and then move back. Tap, tap, good. Hold right there, and then reel in your leash. Good. Wait right there. And good girl, wait. Good, so here, for the recall, everything was good. But when the landing part, she's to land a foot or 2 in your vicinity, front, back, rear, whatever is fine, and sitting. And what's that? I said this is fine, where she Yes, the position, the spot, the area is fine, but we'll have her sit, so you'll just give a tap. 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 Wait. Okay. What's that number, 17?
16.
We'll try 20 again. And then tap. Good. And then we're gonna do this 4 more times, and then go ahead and say break, and then I'll take her back over here. Good girl. Let's see here.
She's like, oh,
I know.
I'll near you.
Okay. Okay, so go ahead, I'll move back a little bit. Okay. You'll take a few steps back. Right there is good, good. And you'll slowly start reeling in your leash. And more, tap, tap, good. Move back here, good. Hold right there. Reel in. Now here, move back, tap, tap, tap. Good, hold right there. Tap. Wait. And wait. Tap. And good girl. Good job. Okay. And then break. I know. I know. Okay, I got her.
Come on, Luna.
Oh.
Hey. Come on.
Watch right here.
Luna. You want me to tap?
It's fine. I'm not like, gonna be a handler in her life or anything like that, so it's not important for me to like fix those things with me, Yeah. Good. Good, so see this? I'm not doing anything, she's just doing this to herself. Right, good, wait. Okay, slowly start reeling it in. And tap, good. 3 to 4 steps back. Hold right there. Tap, tap, tap. Good.
Good girl.
Your leash is covered in dirt. Break.
Break.
Okay. Same thing.
It seems to work. No, out of the camera. No enchilada.
Okay. You'll start reeling in here.
What are you guys doing to this dog?
Training. So wait.
Sorry, if you were my dog, I wouldn't train you at all.
Good. Slowly start reeling it in here. And then tap. Good. 3 to 4 steps back. Good. Hold right there. And tap. And good girl. Good job. That was a lot better. We're going to do one more.
You got the leash? You stay for this.
Good. One more here. Good. Slowly start reeling in. And tap, tap, move back. And hold right there. And good girl. Wait. There we go, good girl. Good. So now we're gonna switch it up. Instead of using the leash, right, to guide her and through tapping, right, because she's good at that now, we're gonna go ahead and make sure that she's coming to you with the e-collar. So we're gonna tap first. If she's struggling, then we'll use a leash to help her. Does it make sense? So everything else remains the same. Remember to move backwards to kind of draw her in. And this is like the visual. So like if, you know, one day she's out over there or something, Luna come and she can't hear you, but you start tapping, she sees you, right? But maybe she lays down because she doesn't know what to do and she's getting the hits. You start moving backwards, she says, oh, recall. And she should make her way to you. So it's like that's a visual cue for recall.
Okay. Gotcha.
Say again?
I said gotcha.
Cool. And then break.
Break.
Okay. Good girl.
No, it's without the leash, right? Or like
No tension. You can have you'll have the leash still. It just won't. There won't be any tension.
Okay.
So we'll keep it slack. Wait. Okay. Once she's settled, now you can. So when you start tapping, she's probably gonna. We'll see what she does. So wait. Did you tap there or no? Okay. Wait. And go for it. Good. Good. Hold right there. And good girl. We're gonna do this 4 more times.
There.
Good girl.
Break. Yes, good girl.
Okay. Okay. Wait. Whenever you're ready.
Tap.
Good. Hold right there.
Good girl.
Good girl. Okay, we're gonna do 3 more. I'm thinking we can just move across because it's a lot of dirt. Because it's getting in my eyes. Oh. Oh.
I know, once it started like coming up with my shoe, I was just like, alright.
All right, let's go over there.
Sorry, this might drag a little bit.
Oh, that's fine. That's super easy to clean. The nylon ones are a little harder. Good. And I'll stand in the sun if you want to work in the shade. You want some? Well,
Yeah.
here, I'll give you some wipes. Cool. And I'm gonna wipe down the leash real quick. Where's the end? Oh, sorry. Oh, your pants are all dirty.
Are they?
Yeah.
It's alright. They're easily washable. Is this part of the program? Gotta get down and dirty for the program.
Yep.
This will be a good one to put on YouTube. Did you guys put the dog, the Polish dog, on YouTube? Is he on there?
Her name's Luna too.
Oh, is it?
Yes. She's not there yet. She had her first lesson yesterday.
Oh,
Let me know when you're ready. Cool. I'll take those.
thanks.
And then there you go.
Yeah.
Alrighty. All set? There we go. Good.
You pop.
What it? Good. Good. Okay, when you're, let me know when you tap so I know when to drop the leash.
Yeah.
Good girl.
Is that good?
Hmm?
Is that good?
Yes.
Wait.
Okay. 2 more. Dramatic. Okay.
Alright.
Wait.
Tap.
Good. Move back, move back. There we go. Good girl. One more. Break.
Break. Break.
Good. Alrighty.
Tap.
Move back, move back, move back. Good girl. Wait, so here, so instead of closing the gap, if that happens, if she's too far, you can do it here. Take 1 step back. And there we go, wait. And then tap, tap. So if she's like here, this isn't recall, she needs to be right here, right? So to close this gap, it would just be a step to your left, tap, or here. Or you can face her and move back, tap, 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 and then repeat that over again. But good. Any questions so far?
No? She seems like she's understanding it pretty well.
Yes. So 1 tap gets her to move immediately to you. So now what we're gonna do is introduce the phrase, Luna come, or do you want Luna here or come? Just come or not Luna or whatever? Oh, I mean, it's whatever. Okay. So when you say Luna come, you're gonna tap right after you say it, even if she's coming. So the reason why we want to teach that way is because let's say every time we said Luna come, she came. Every single time. But then one day, let's say in the future, she's off leash doing her thing, and then Luna come, she's still smelling. Okay, well I'm gonna tap. So we tap, but maybe she decides to come as soon as we tap, so we tap too late. Two responses can happen. It could be like I don't know what to do, so I'm gonna just lay down, right? Because what if she's like in an emergency situation, right? We kind of want to get her out of a situation. We don't want her to lay down, we want her to follow through. Or as she's coming to you and she gets tapped, she's thinking wrong way, and she might turn around and run the opposite way. And we don't want either of those responses. We want her to hear the word, the recall phrase, come to you, get tapped. No, I need to finish the command. It doesn't matter when I get tapped. Recall, I need to follow through. Does it make sense?
Yeah.
So, Luna, come, tap. And it's only gonna be until it's consistent. So like later down the line, if you find that no matter when you tap, when she's coming to you and she's still following through to the command, then you don't need to tap, right? Because she's coming to you no matter what. And then you'll just do Luna come, and then you don't need to tap. Any questions? Alrighty, so we'll get set up again. Break.
Break. Break.
Good.
Good?
Yep. Good.
This dog is a really good dog. I always see him just follow his owner, no leash, no nothing. Very attentive. I'm like.
He's very drivey.
Oh yeah.
He's obsessed with that ball.
He's own little thing, but come back immediately if he asks him to. He's really diligent.
Yeah. Australian Shepherd. Good. So whenever you're ready, you'll cue it and then tap. Good. Move back, move back. Good. Hold right there. And good girl.
Free.
Oh, free? I forgot you say free.
Break.
Oh, you say break or free? Oh, you don't know?
Break. I don't know where I'm getting free from. I think I watched a video that free. And
our video? Our videos?
That is a trick question.
Okay.
Yes.
You're watching one of our videos for real?
No.
Oh, wow, okay. Oh.
Yeah, it's the video I was watching. I feel like people either say break or free.
There's one that goes free dog, or break or okay, or there's a lot of different things, yeah.
That's true.
Was it a trainer?
Yeah.
Do you remember the name?
It was they're pretty famous on YouTube too.
Tom Davis?
No, it's a school in Canada, I think.
Oh.
If I remember it, I'll let you know, but I forgot the name.
She's waiting.
Let it come.
Move back, move back. Hold right there. So here, wait. We'll see what she does. She might close the gap, yeah. And good girl. Good, and then break.
Break. Break.
Okay, there we go. Come on. Good.
Let it come.
Good. Good girl. Good. Do a few more. And break. Or free.
Or break.
Go.
Oh, we have a really quick question. It's just unrelated. Do we notice that Maya, Ryan's dog, likes to hump Luna a lot?
Who? Maya? Oh.
Is it more of a dominance thing than anything?
She's a female, right?
Yeah.
Well, is it just out of nowhere? She'll just start doing it? Yeah.
Like they're like really like playing and going in, like just start humping there, where he's like.
Yeah, I mean, either way, for us, like the facility for our daycare, we don't allow it because then sometimes the dog that's getting mounted will fight or like attack that dog because they're just like, no, you're not gonna do that to me. But it is more of a dominant thing. Are you looking to address that or?
No, we were just like kind of curious.
Wondering where it's stemming from?
I feel like ever since they like known each other, she's kind of done that when they're playing. Like we're just kind of like whatever now.
Yeah.
But like we always like stop it when she does it. But like our first initial thoughts like it's probably a dominance.
Yeah.
Right,
Poor
cool.
Luna.
It's good to know. Oh no, my bag got all dirty.
Oh,
Okay.
thanks to Luna. She chose that spot. Okay.
Luna, come.
Good. Move back, move back, move back. Good. And that's fine. Good girl.
Good girl. Good. Okay, break. Break. Break.
I know. Good. We'll do 2 more.
Yep.
Nice, Luna.
Luna, come.
Tap.
Luna, come.
There you go. And good girl. Good. Any questions?
No?
So here, actually, slow to a stop. And you walk her on the right side or left side?
She works on my left side.
Your left side. Go ahead and with your leash, hold the end of it. Good. And then you'll keep it like that. Keep this left hand free. And then you're gonna step over the rest of the leash. Good. And then you're gonna cue the word heel.
Heel.
And you'll just walk forward. Go ahead and do a left turn. Good job. Good. And then you can drop that. There we go. Good job. Turn right here. Right, right. That's fine. Good job. Tap, 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 tap. What's the number?
It was a 20.
We'll try 30. And let me know when you're ready. Tap, 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 tap. Keep going. Tap, tap, tap. Try 35. And then tap, 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 tap. 40. Tap. She's just walking. Tap, tap. Keep coming this way. Come back to me. Tap. Good. Tap, tap. Nothing. Try 50. Hit the pager, the vibration.
Is this thing on? It has to be. There's no way she's not correct.
Hit the front button, the pager.
This one?
The front one. There you go. The pager, this one right here.
Oh.
There.
Yeah.
So it's on?
Yeah.
Let me see. If it's fitted. It's a little loose. What's the number right now? 41. Give it a tap. 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 Okay. I think it's like the spot it's in. So it's like in a spot where like, let's see here. Because you see this left one right here? There's like a space in it, but the right one is on the neck. So I think you have to move it either closer to the Adam's apple or more to the left, and then tighter. So I think it'll go like,
Bad.
yeah. Oh, let me see here. Okay. Go and go back down to 20. And let me know when you're there. Okay, tap. Tap. There we go, something there. Okay, we'll do one more recall and we'll try that long leash heel again.
Come on, breathe. Breathe. Let me come.
Good girl. Move back, move back. There we go. Good. And good girl. Go ahead and then you'll step to her left side or right side. Good. And then same setup. Good. And go ahead and step over the leash so it's behind you. There you go. Good. Good. Tap. Let's try 25. Good. Come back to me. Good girl. Good girl. Good. Do a right turn, but straight to the right. There we go. Tap. I got it. Tap. Tap. There we go. That's working now. Come back to me. Tap. Tap. Good girl. Good girl. Okay. And then you can slow to a stop in the shade. Good.
Good girl.
So if you wanted to work to off-leash healing, do a lot of the long leash stuff like in a here, just practice heel. Once you get that consistent, right, we'll do more long leash stuff like this, the heel and everything, and we'll include it in the commands. But if you want to get that started, like in the park, just do heel, walk. Always give her your left side, because that's heel, right? If she's over here and she's seeing this, she doesn't. It sounds stupid, but like they think in pictures, right? So right now, the picture's changed with heel. So for the first few weeks, the picture has been, if I'm Luna, in her peripheral, she sees this leash right here. Now there's just an empty hand, and it looks different. So sometimes, like with the dogs, will either get super confused because it looks different. They'll try to run away from the situation because they're confused. So it's good to get her used to that picture if you want her to be off-leash trained of like, there's no leash here, getting used to it. So that's why we like the setup of the leash behind us, nothing here, everything is in this right hand and just kind of going about it like that. So always giving your left side. So if she tries to veer off, either pair with her like this and continue tapping until she's back here. If you're walking and she goes to your right side, you can either do a turn like this, tap, 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 or turn like this. Just another way. Or turning into her and then doing this way. So whichever way you want to turn, as long as you're giving her your left side and you're keeping the pressure on until she's back here. If for some reason, maybe she's feeling overwhelmed, because we'll have some dogs who don't know what to do, right? And they've done great on short leash, but then long leash, they're like, I don't know what to do, I'm gonna run away. They'll go to like the wall or something and they'll just like lay down because they don't know what to do. So then instead of stopping there and like, oh no, like, well, what's going on here? We continue to raise the pressure, raise the number until we get them out of this situation, and then they come to us, right? Because the last thing we want is her to think that I don't know what to do, so I'm gonna run away, right? We don't want that. And it happens more with like the trainers here, because they don't look at us as buddies or friends or anything like that. Like Luna doesn't like me, right? So we're training that, right? If they're doing with us, it'll be very, very difficult for them to do the owner, because they look at them like as a source of like, I need to go to the owner if I don't know what to do. Does that make sense? Any questions?
Yes, it's off topic, but how do you guys like go about treating separation anxiety? Do you guys have to do like a program for that, or is it more of like tips and
It depends. Like what, for Luna or Maya?
Yeah, I was hoping to get like a few like trainings for Luna for separation anxiety, and then kind of talk him into like doing like maybe a program that you guys can like help him with.
What do you see from Luna?
I mean, like, you know, if I leave for more than a few hours, she's like,
Few hours?
gets, you know, very like stressed.
Like what? What does she bark or?
She'll like just whine in her crate. Sometimes like if I'm gone for like even more than 2 hours, she'll start like kind of whining at her like door of the crate to like get out.
Okay. And then when do you crate her? Only when you leave?
Yeah, but it's like weird because if I leave her with mine, she's like completely fine. Like she'll just like go under the bed and just like sleep under there and like won't come out until we like come. Completely fine, won't cry or anything. It's mine, the one that's like by the door, like barking or like crying.
So if you leave her at home.
She's like more distressed, but if she's with mine, she's fine.
Okay.
So like it's more so like me like wanting, like I don't want to feel like every time I leave for a long time, like Ryan has to watch or something. Like I want her to feel like confident enough to like be in her own grave. Well, you know, I'm gone for like 3-4 hours.
Yeah. Have you ever left her at home loose?
Yeah, if I go down to the grocery store, like right below my building, I'm gone for like.
That's a weird bark.
If I'm gone for like 10 minutes, I'll leave her like alone. She like I think she's fine with that, but like if I leave for like a long period of time, she's more so like very distressed.
In outside the crate still too, right?
Yes and no. Because if I leave her outside of her crate, it's not for that long. Like literally for like less than 10 minutes.
Okay. So a few things is, how often are you home? A lot here and there? Like, is there like a? Okay.
I'm home every day with her. I
So-
work from home, and then like it's only like I really leave if I like go to the grocery store or have to like go somewhere like for like 20 minutes to
Yeah.
leave her. But like it's never for a long period of time. But that's something I definitely want to like start doing more often because like obviously I know like I have places to go sometimes if I want to go hang out with friends. Like
Yeah.
I don't want to always like put that on Ryan to like watch her for like 24 hours.
Okay. So what I would do is start, because if you're home, is she crated or no?
No, not really.
So I would start creating her when she's home, when you're home. Crate her in another room away from you, collar her up, and then just do your thing. If collar her up, e-collar.
Oh, okay.
And then how you know she's whining and all this stuff because you have a camera, right?
Yeah.
So have the camera there and you'll watch her. When you start to see signs of anxiety like drooling or like heavy panting and like maybe she's like against the gate, right? So, or messing around, any of that inappropriate stuff, she should just be laying down, right? If she's not laying down and she's doing something else that's like not appropriate, you'll correct her because we need to snap the brain out of that. She's stuck in like, where's mom, where's mom, where's mom, where's mom? And she's going in a circle and she can't stop. Obviously dogs have a capping point, so eventually she'll stop, but it's unhealthy, right? And it's gonna keep going if it's like snowballing, right? So when you see these things, you'll correct them, and then maybe she's like, you know, maybe she's like doing her whining stuff, or what does she usually do? Like she says she claws at the gate, paws at the gate.
That's if I'm not there. But if like I'm home and she knows I'm home and she's in her crate, like she's fine.
Okay. Is she like with you or in another room?
Her crate's usually kind of like near me. I mean, I live in a convertible, so like I have her crate's usually right next to my desk, but she can't always like see me from it. So 'cause I have like the crate cover on it, but
You have the crate cover when she's crated when you're home?
yeah.
Okay.
I always have it on. Yeah.
Okay.
And I can even like put it down so she can't like see anything either.
Oh, okay. So it's not down though. She can see.
It's only the like front of it where like you open the crate that I have that open just so like
Okay. So if you really want to get get into it, it's just correcting the behaviors. Obviously, if so, like try creating her somewhere like different, and like when you're away, and like do it for like 3 hours, like for a long time. Like if you know that one day you want to be gone from your home for 3 hours, practice separation for 4 hours. See how she does. If she's good, there may have to be a few different options, like messing around with her. So like, you know, pretend you're leaving, close the door, and just like wait outside, or like, you know, walk out. Or pretend you're walking out, open the door, close it, and then like work here, do your homework or whatever, your job here, and then just listen and watch her on the camera. Because like for dogs at the facility, they'll start barking when we leave. So just to get them to sleep for that night, I'll open the door, close it, I'll listen, I know who's doing it, I'll correct them, and I keep repeating it until they're like, okay, and they just fall asleep. right? So you're gonna have to like mess around with her, and it takes a lot of time because separation anxiety is very hard to fix.
I know, that's like where like I know like the longer you hold off on it, like you'll get like
The what?
like the more you hold off on it, like
Yeah.
without addressing it, it's progressively like getting worse.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Another, right? It's whatever works for you. So a client had the same thing. Their dog just did not like the kennel and like would break out every single time. So then we told them, why don't you, find a little area in your house, the kitchen. They chose the kitchen, and put a little gate there, and the dog was fine, right? That's not how we would like to address it. I mean, that was the owner's idea. Like, but he's fine when we do this. Well, then we can do that then, right? Because it's like the barking and the whining and the building gets annoying. But if that works for you and the dog's fine, like outside of the kennel, like but in a secluded area, then you can do that, right? It's not the way we would want to fix it, but it's a band-aid of like, this will just work for now. It works for us. There's no, like this works. So there's also like, you can experiment around it. Like maybe give her a little playpen somewhere else, like with her bed or other things and see how she does. Or did you say already that when she's out of the kennel, she paws at the door? Or was it the gate you said in the kennel?
It was the gate.
The gate, okay. So I'd experiment, maybe see how she does in the playpen. What else? But yeah, definitely keep her, do more separation and kenneling when you're home in another room. See how that goes and address whatever that's needing to be addressed. What else?
You guys, like, what if do you guys do like any like authority program for that, or no?
It wouldn't. It may help, it may not. It just depends because like once she's home, she's home. Like this is her home. She knows what's everything's going on. So like if she's at the facility, she may be stressed, just because because she's in a new environment and like all these other things. But again, when she goes home, they go back. It's like, oh, I'm back here in my home, right? And if these rules aren't being enforced, and you go back to like you're always like you have her here, she's always with you because it's just because you're always home. That's what's created it. And if you're going back to that, because like even dogs who didn't have separation anxiety, once the pandemic happened, they're like, hey, my dog's acting up. They're doing all these other things. We don't know what's happening. It's just because they're home all the time, and they're not. This is the new ordinary now, right? You're home all the time. This is life. You're not home. This is not life. This is not how it's supposed to go.
She's like from day one since I got her and working from home. She's like this dog knows.
Yeah.
But you're right. Like just kind of having her in a separate room will like probably help because like she's like always. She's not like always next to me at all when I'm working, but she's like
Present.
She knows if I get up, she's like.
Yeah. And if she's following, does she follow you around the house?
Sometimes, if she's like really like sleeping, she'll just like pop her head up and like look at like where I'm walking.
Oh, I see.
Like right where like my coffee table is, like she'll like lay under it. And she can see like everything, like wherever we go.
Yeah, I'd kennel in a different room, and if you're gonna have her out of the kennel and she starts following you, I'd correct her, right? You don't follow me. Leave me alone. Like, you give me the space. She's like, okay, she needs space, and she'll leave you alone, right? Because they're supposed to be independent, animals. They're not supposed to rely on that much on a person, right? What else? And then keep everything balanced. So be mindful of when you give affection and then when you discipline her, right? Keep it balanced. Because if you have too much affection, we call it spoiling your dog, then they can become needy. They want to get pet. They're like, where are you? Where are you? They're always wanting you. Because if this is too low of like just like being neutral and like discipline and everything, then you get a very needy, anxious dog. But if you make it balanced, you get a more balanced, neutral, passive dog, which is what we're looking for. So just being mindful of when you give affection and then how much time you're spending with her in the home, since you're already there all the time. So just, again, creating that separation, utilizing that crate, and then correcting whatever's needing to be corrected when she's in the crate. So like, again, like the pawing at the door, the whining, what else does she do? Okay. No barking? Yeah, because the bark collar wouldn't work. If the dog's whining, the bark collar's not gonna work.
Yeah, she's fine. It's more like I see that she's like in distress, and I don't want her to like. I don't want it to become worse.
Yeah.
Is there anything like worrisome?
Another exercise that can settle her is what we do at the daycare. A dog that doesn't have e-collar or any training tool on is if when you open the gates, the dog tends to barge out. Like, I'm free, yes, right? For us, when you come out the kennel, that is a privilege. It's not their right. They think it's their right, like, door opens, I'm out. Incorrect. So when we see that, right, if I'm approaching the crate right here, it's like a little kennel right here, the door opens this way, I'll open it, and they're probably gonna be right here. As soon as they come out, I close it with my knee, or I just close it on them. And they're like, okay. I wait a moment, and if they're still here, they're probably still gonna barge out. So I wait, and I close it again if they're still coming out. Then you'll start to see them like, okay, this is different. And then I'll open it again, and we'll keep repeating it until you see them just kind of back up in the crate, and like, they're just like, okay. And I open it, and they should stay back there, good, and then we leave. Right? It's just called a kennel correction. So like, I remember I had a German Shepherd there who, it was her first day, and then I crated her, and I'd go get another dog that they were dropping off. I just hear her barking. I come in, she's right there, like, she was just stressed, very reactive German Shepherd. So then I came, I opened the gate, she, boom, right? Very, very like forceful. So I slammed it, and then boom, she went back, and then she like laid down, and then she never barked again that day, right? Because they were thinking it's their right to exit the crate, which is not. It's just a privilege. So we're telling them, no, you don't need to do this. You don't do this when you want. It's when I say so. So when she's settled and everything, you want to take her out, you can leash her up in the crate. Once you leash her up, they're probably going to think they can come out because they're leashed up. So again, close as needed, open it when she's settled, then you bring her out. You don't say break or anything, because when you say a word that means freedom, they go back to like, oh, break. They get excited, so just calmly just pull them out, and that's all. So see how that is? Other than that, just use that crate more. Feed her in the crate if she's not getting fed in the crate. Yeah. Does she sleep in the crate, like at night?
Sometimes.
I'd start just in the crate. You're going to bed in the crate now. Just using that crate more, and just more separation. If she's not in the crate, is she destructive or anything? No?
She knows I'm there, she's fine.
Okay, but when you're not there, how is she outside the crate? If Maya's not there as well?
She wouldn't really do anything at first. It's not until like kind of like I'm gone for like a few hours that she kind of like start like pawing like at like the mat in her crate, and then like howling, pawing at like the door of the crate and stuff.
Okay. But you've never let her outside of the crate in home when you're gone, like for a while, right?
No.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I mean, I hope to do that someday, but like.
Is it just you don't trust her?
I still want her to bark. She like hears like a lot of people outside or something.
Oh, okay.
Bark a lot too, but
I've never heard her bark before yet.
yeah, just wait.
But yeah, experiment. See how a playpen would work for her. Experiment like that. Keep me updated on it. What else? Anything else?
No, that's it. Thanks for going through that with me.
So sorry?
I said it's helpful.
Yeah. For recall, when you're practicing, the setup we have is unrealistic, right? The 2-person setup. We're just using it to create the foundation, because people don't usually call their dogs when they're sitting. It's when they're running away or like moving. So next week we'll advance it to, as I'm walking with Luna, I'll walk away, and then we'll do a recall from there as I'm moving, and then I'll do a little jog with Luna, and then we'll have to recall her off a faster movement, so higher energy. But for this week, if you're gonna practice recall, just your 30-foot long leash, let her roam, do her thing, let her chase the pigeons, whatever, be a dog, and then recall, right? So does she like chasing squirrels or anything, or?
She did. Now she doesn't really anymore. She likes chasing birds sometimes, but it's not.
Okay.
Not like I don't know.
Okay. So let's say one day she chases a squirrel. Let her chase a squirrel. let her bark at the tree, do her thing, get really disengaged. The more disengaged she is and you do the recall, the better the recall. So same thing, just you and your long leash, that's all.
I've even been noticing, like, if we go to like a park, like maybe not this one, like more open one, they're just like running around. Like, I have tried like Luna come, and like if she goes like too far away, like I'll tap it. She like knows immediately to like come back. But like I feel so much more comfortable now just having her like off leash with the e-collar, because I know she's not gonna go that far away. Whereas before, like I had no control over her.
Nice.
Whatsoever.
So you've been in a situation where she's off leash,
Yeah.
you tap, and she came to you.
Yeah.
That's good.
Yeah. I feel like she kind of like already like somewhat knows this already, because yeah, we've tried it a few times and it like worked perfectly, or like especially like here, like when we're at picnics, she tries to go up to people, just tap, and she knows to come right back. And, like,
Good.
she doesn't want to be like zapped anymore, but yeah.
Good. So what you don't want to do is drill it out too much. So let's say you're practicing recall a lot, just to practice. Let's say, I don't know, if you want, right? And then you don't want to drill it out too much, because you can create too much cautious behavior, too much paranoia, where she'll get to the point of like, I don't want, you're like, go play, Luna, and she's gonna be like, no, because you're gonna call me anyways, right? So be very, like, mix it up. So like if you go to the park to practice recall, maybe do like 3 times, give it a break. Then the next time you go to the park, don't do it. The next time you go to the park, do one in the beginning, and then break and let her free roam, and then do one at the end, and then you go home. Mixing it up like that so you don't create too much, you don't cause too much cautious behavior in her. Does that make sense?